Okay, so it is 7:03. I've obviously gotten ready in my scrubs and ready to go. I did want to be there at 7, so I'll be there close to 7:15. So, yeah, that's okay. I still take that as a win. You know, this isn't a routine that I've been in already, and so I feel like me even being close is like, thumbs up for me. Just got on campus. I am about to walk in, and I don't know, it just kind of, I took a moment to think about like the fact that I was walking in for the first day of school, and I'm not going to get emotional, but I feel it. I feel the emotions. I don't want to cry. I am not going to cry because I didn't put on a ton of makeup. I just put on a touch, and yeah, I don't want to walk into school teary-eyed. I don't know, this is just surreal, and I'm so grateful to be here. And okay, want to say hi? This is coming off. Okay, I'm so tired. I just got to my car. It's 4:40. Got here at like 3:30. Not 3. I got here at 7:30. You can tell I'm very tired. Just finished up for today. Yeah, it was my first day of school. The lectures went really well. At least for today, it all seemed pretty basic. We went into what is in a cell, as in like the nucleus and the Golgi apparatus. So pretty basic. Obviously, not all of it was that basic. That was like a few slides, but just to get the idea across. But even still, I was looking at the material. I was like, oh, maybe I'll have an early day, be done by 3, which is still a pretty like decently long day. Getting in at 7, it's almost 5. So, yeah, but I finished everything that I wanted to. I even started on my Anki cards. I don't think I'm going to work out today. I'm really tired. I'm not used to this sleeping schedule. And so I definitely didn't go to sleep as early as I was supposed to last night either, just because it's kind of hard to just go to bed at 9. And yeah, that's about it. Probably take the dogs on a walk, eat dinner, and go to sleep. And I'm honestly really excited about going to sleep. So yeah, day 1 at medical school. Her little missing teeth.
Don't tell me you're on that offer to step outside.
Day 2. Well, I just got out of bed. It's now 6:15. Look, my alarm went off at 5. And I got up and it felt like I'd been hit like a rock. So like every other smart person, I just let my alarms go off every 10 minutes for the past hour. So I have a golden chin. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Anyways, hi. Okay, so I just got to campus. It's 7:23. So I know I've been running late. It's only Tuesday. I can still turn this around. If not, that'll for sure be my goal next week. But it is still my goal this week. I will be getting here at 7. I will eventually get myself up early enough to where I could do more things in the morning. But, you know, it's okay. I mentioned this yesterday, like, to me, this is definitely a win to be on campus this early. And it's not like I'm late for class or for an exam. Like, that would be a different story. But just being late to get to campus, that's okay. And I wanted to today take more time to just kind of show y'all what I'm doing with my day and show y'all how I'm studying and what I'm doing as far as just to get through the material. Okay, so to start off my day of studying, I'm just going to go through Anki, and I am using the On King deck, and I'm just going to start off by reviewing the cards that I did yesterday. all the new cards that I will either unsuspend today or go over today. I don't do that till the end of the day. I'm just going to go through and see if there's any osmosis videos that I could use to prime myself for the lectures that we are going over today. Okay, so now that I've finished my osmosis review videos, I am just going to go in and do a quick review of my notes from the lectures for yesterday. So I'm going to start off with my principles of physiology and just go through all of that. Even though especially this lecture is all pretty basic stuff, I am just trying to mostly work towards getting in the habit of doing a review from the previous day before I start on the new material for today. So I'm doing this class first and going to do all the lectures from yesterday as well as the other courses before I start the new material. I think it's just important to try to get that review in, and even if it does seem really easy because it was just the first day, I'm just more so trying to get into that habit. Okay, so it's 9:45. I just finished reviewing my notes from lectures yesterday, and so I finished a little early. I did want to mention really quickly that how I keep track of my time while I am studying is I've been using the Pomodoro app, and I've been using the official Pomodoro app, and I've got it set to where it automatically cycles through those times. And so I'll have 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, and that's when I'll go to the bathroom, walk around, do whatever I need to do, and it'll automatically just keep cycling through until it gets to a long break. And I like keeping that up even with running a little bit behind, making sure that I'm not kind of sacrificing my focus by overloading it, and making sure to still give my brain those breaks. That way it's most effective. Okay, so now I am just going to move into the new material for today. It is a little before 10 o'clock, and we're going to start off with biochem. Really quick, I have it on 2 times speed. That way I can get through the lectures a little quicker. Now, I honestly wish that you could watch it a little bit faster. So there is a lab today that was not on the schedule yesterday. Andriana's giving me a look.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I know.
Yeah, so now instead of eating lunch today, we get to work through lunch and try to scarf down food to be prepared by 1 o'clock. Okay. It is 5:30 and I just got to my car to head home. Today was rough. Today was definitely kind of frustrating. So we had kind of multiple schedules out and not all of them are the same. And so our main calendar that's online is supposed to be the most up-to-date. And so it didn't have our anatomy lab that we ended up having today. That's okay. I ended up having the anatomy lab. I just didn't have as much time to prepare for it, which annoying. Okay, I suppose I need to make sure I'm just looking at all the calendars. But we had our first virtual anatomy lab and it was just kind of frustrating because we essentially had a dissection guide like you would use for a cadaver-based anatomy. The problem is that we didn't really have a whole lot of direction as far as what we need to make sure we're doing with that time, and it's probably just because it's the first one. Now that we all have a better idea of what to expect, we could probably utilize that more effectively. But then we got hit with a post-lab quiz that was essentially way deeper than anything we did in the anatomy lab, but the post-lab quiz is supposed to be based off of the anatomy lab. And so had it been based off of what the lab was, it would have been a piece of cake. And it's okay, it's only 2 points, and it's 2 points before and after each lab for the entire class, so it's kind of like a drop in the bucket. It just was definitely frustrating at the time. It's probably just because this is new, and I've already done an anatomy lab that was a pro-section cadaver-based anatomy lab. So we were just looking at already dissected cadavers, and it's just so much easier. I think there was just kind of not enough, I don't want to say there wasn't enough information given. I don't know. We're just gonna go with it's kind of growing pains for both like the instructors leading it as well as for us. And so just gonna have to figure it out. I definitely say that a lot of my frustration or anxiety, because I felt a lot of anxiety after the quiz, but I felt a lot of anxiety mostly because I felt concerned about what to expect for exams. I didn't get done everything I needed to get done today, or everything I wanted to get done today. And I kind of just decided that, you know, it's 5:30. I'm supposed to be in bed by 8:30 so that I could be asleep at 9 to wake up at 5. And I'm just not going to try to do more. I got done mostly what I needed. Morning. Okay, it's 7:30. I just got to campus. I'm in the parking garage, so I'm about to go run in and get started, because yeah, it's late but sleepy. So I definitely have a lot to kind of make up for today. As far as new material is kind of light, so I think it's definitely totally fine that not everything got done yesterday, and it'll get done today. Okay, all right, see you. End of Wednesday was just a day of me staring at my computer. We did have OMM lab, which I obviously couldn't have my phone out during, so but that was really cool. We were trying to find like the bony landmarks on our lab partners, so like for instance your collarbone. So that was fun, kind of getting like our feet wet with that, and I'm excited to get to learn how to do that kind of thing. I basically just reviewed all of my lectures from the past 2 days. I honestly feel like I got nothing done, even though I got done like what I needed to get done. I feel like just because I didn't watch a new lecture for those other classes, it makes me feel like I didn't really do anything. We're halfway through the week, and well, the week I guess doesn't really matter.
Exclusively on Apple TV Plus.
Hi. What's wrong with your pose? Right, it's 7:20, just got to campus. I actually woke up feeling pretty good this morning. I shifted my time from when I woke up from 5 to 5:15. 5:15, I don't know why I can't talk. Because on my little sleep app, it looks like every time I was waking up from a deep sleep. So I kind of felt like I got hit by a truck. And that made such a big difference. Now it's 7:20, so I'm still late. We're still working out the kinks, but I got a lot to do today, so we're gonna go and get started. Hello. So I've done Anki. I took some time to do some like compliance training. I really need to do schoolwork, but that's like, it's about to be due, so I needed to get some of it out of the way. But yeah, I'm just going to re-watch a lecture from earlier in the week before I get into some new stuff. Oh, okay. So it is 1:30. I just did a lab quiz. We've got like an online virtual anatomy, and now we're about to start our lab, and I thought I would show kind of how we're doing it. Okay, so ignore the little marks on my screen protector, but this is kind of how we are doing our anatomy lab. So this is complete anatomy. Whoop, I'm trying to pull them here. And so this is basically the view from my last lab where we did the superficial back muscles. And then today we're going to be doing the deep back muscles as well as the shoulder. This week has been hard. At least right now, I don't see myself having a day off. Okay. It's been a rough week. My days have kind of gone from feeling good in the first half because I feel like I've caught up on yesterday and started the new material for that day. And by the end of the day, especially if we had anatomy that day, I feel the way that I do right now, which is that I could probably continue to do schoolwork till like midnight. Full disclosure, when people say like, don't forget to take time for yourself, make sure to take time for yourself, I've always been like, well, I'm good at that. Like, I'm a really big procrastinator, and I like to do things that aren't school more than I should. But I've been getting to school around like 7:30, and so I'm pulling around 10-hour days. But the thing is that I'm not really leaving school feeling like I'm done for the day. And I feel like I could continue to do more schoolwork, or like I could want to, but the problem is like I'm supposed to go to bed in 3.5 hours. Like, I'm supposed to still be able to eat dinner and exercise, walk my dog, spend time with people, and it's like, I was about to say a bad word. But yeah, and I'm feeling bad because I feel like I'm spending so much time away from my dog, and I know it's just the first week, and I'm gonna really try to do like a short walk with her in the morning and then in the evening, but it's just, I don't know. I'm trying to give myself grace because it's only the first week. But I feel like a mix of like good and bad, but like drowning. And I'm in this like very weird state where I'm just like, in my master's, I know we always felt like we were drowning, but I feel like this is like worse, but not worse, because I think I felt just as bad. I don't know. I feel like we definitely have more work now, but I feel mildly more prepared than I did. I don't know. This is hard. Medical school is hard. So 10-hour days every day, including the weekends probably. I know I'll get it down. Like I said, I'm trying to give myself grace. Oh, I like totally went off topic. But yeah, I've always been someone who takes too much time for themselves. But now, with how full my days are and feeling like I still have so much more I could do or I need to do, like I can see why it's so important. I keep checking the time. I'm so sorry. I can see why it's important to like force yourself to take time for yourself. I need to stop touching my face. I'm not supposed to touch my face because of, COVID. I did sanitize my hands before I got in here though. We'll see how this goes. Definitely felt really good earlier today, and then I had anatomy and it was not good. And I think the part that's also getting me with anatomy is I did show a little clip earlier. It's like super short of our app. And the app is super duper cool. Not gonna lie, super cool. It's completely digitized, so I didn't show any sort of cadaver. But it's just very different trying to learn it on an app compared to how you can learn it in the lab and learn it hands-on. Because in the lab, if I want to look at the axillary nerve, I can just lift up the arm, not like that, and I hit the ceiling. Obviously gently, like I can just move the arm. But with the app, you can't just move the arm up. I don't know why, but you just have to like keep zooming in or keep making other structures disappear, which you start losing your context when you do that. Or if you just zoom in, it's like, I don't know what I'm looking at. If you just super duper zoom in on the armpit. So it's tough that way. And also when you are in a lab, you can retract the muscles. So like, for instance, on the back, you've got your trapezius muscle. A lot of times they have that separated and still attached at the top. I think it's attached at the some occipital prominence. No, it's like attached this part of the back on the, anyways, maybe not. Obviously this is going very well. But like you can, no, is it attached there? I don't know. You can lift it up and see what's underneath. Or if you know a nerve or artery is piercing a muscle, you can like maneuver the muscle around to see where it's going in. But with this, you can make things like fade to where you can kind of see through it, but it's just very different. Very different. And I think I'll feel better. I was going to go through the Michigan anatomy, which I talked about those in some of my other videos. The Michigan anatomy course that's online, I guess it's not course, but it's the resources. They are incredible and they helped me so much last year. And I think once I can go through those and have a better idea of what it looks like on a cadaver again, that'll be helpful. It's not like I don't remember anything or it's taking me, you know, just as long as the first time to learn it. Like I do remember information, which is super cool, that like I have some sort of foundation, but I'm also learning it in a completely different way. And I'm learning it in a way that's not as conducive to learning the body, especially when your exams are not going to be off of the digitized version that we are learning it on. Anyways, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. That is all for today. Yeah. I'll check in tomorrow. Good morning. I'm so obnoxious. It's 8:30. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. We got our Friday on our last week of school. I just thought I'd hop on and say hello. Hope I have a good day today. I hope that I get most of what I'm trying to get done, if not all, but I'll see. I'm feeling good. Like I should. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now you're good.
I was like, are you gonna ask?
Hello. How was your first week so far?
Overall, I think pretty good. Some days I feel like really productive and on top of, you know, everything, get things done when I said I would. Other days it feels like there's not enough hours in the day and it can be a little bit overwhelming, but trying to kind of center yourself and knowing that it's medical school, there's going to be times where you feel like you just can't get everything done and it's okay, and adjust your schedule, keep it moving.
Well, that's a lot more optimistic than my comments have been, but
this is me like trying to talk myself into optimism. Like if I put it out there, maybe I'll feel better.
Yes.
Because I definitely left here last night not feeling
Same.
that way.
It was a rough night last night.
Where did you go? Could you not hear me, sweet baby? Oh, is that what the problem was? Could you not hear me? What were you doing?
All right, so I did want to go ahead and close off for this week. This Friday, almost 5 o'clock. I got home around 4:30. I did leave early today. Now, I probably will still do some work tonight, but I did want to kind of, I don't know, talk about some final thoughts about my first week of medical school. I definitely feel better today than I did yesterday. I feel like today and maybe what was it, Tuesday were kind of my like rougher days this week. I feel okay. And it's not because I feel like I know everything or I feel like I'm gonna get a 100 on my test, but I feel like I got through the week, and I feel like I got through the week in a like pretty productive manner. I got through most of what I needed to do. Some of the stuff I still want to do or need to do, I will be doing this weekend to study for our exam on Monday. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot that I need to like finish for today. Mostly need to go through a lecture, but I'm also kind of tempted just to do it early tomorrow morning because I do plan on being at campus at 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's fun. There goes my weekend now and forever. This week has been interesting in the sense that when I think back to my master's degree, You know, I'm on campus a lot earlier. I am there a lot later. I am having a lot more focused study time. So that in itself is just such a big jump that I made, like, and it just happened. And I know that I still have to keep that up, and it's only the first week, and I'm still trying to be better about it. But I'm finding it easier to do what I found difficult to do last year, if that makes any sense, as far as staying on task, spending the time that I need to. And I don't know if that's just because of necessity or because I feel like, you know, I'm in it, this is real. I don't really know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I feel more comfortable today with anatomy than I did any other day this week. And I don't think I made these big jumps with anatomy. I'm just having to do a little bit every single day, and I feel so much more comfortable than I have at any other point this week. Generally, when I've had anatomy, it was kind of the down point of my day, but I feel a lot better, and I feel like the more I get to study with it, the more comfortable I'll feel. But I remember a lot more from our most recent anatomy, and I almost thought I would. And it's not that you name an artery and I can tell you where it is. It's just that when I have this vague idea of where this artery is, or where it's going to run or run alongside. And so whenever I'm relearning that, it kind of, seeing it again picks back up all of those little things, or picking back up, you know, what the muscles are innervated by or what they are supplied by. I'm learning it so much quicker than I originally did. And I don't know, I have been using Anki. That's in conjunction with my lecture. So I've been using the boards, so the Anking deck, as well as I've been using some Anki decks that we used last year that some students made, and just filtering through what's relevant. As well as I know some students in my current class have made a few that I haven't gone through yet. But honestly, the boards ones that I've done, even just for anatomy, really honestly helped me out today, and are kind of what made me feel so much more prepared, because it was a way to test myself as opposed to just trying to go into our atlas on our electronic and kind of pick out where it is. It definitely made me have to kind of think about it, which is probably why I feel so much better, because I was able to see myself answering questions on it. So see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be working all weekend studying for my test, and maybe doing a little bit for my other courses as well. But I feel like I'm in a good spot. Honestly, I think this first week is exactly what I expected it to be, in a very different, I don't know, setting. I'm honestly feeling pretty optimistic, and we'll see how this test on Monday goes. So, but with that, I hope you enjoyed this week's video on my first week of medical school. I hope that this is helpful for you if you are trying to decide if this is what you're wanting, or entertaining if you are just curious what it is like to be a medical student, especially in the middle of some pretty extenuating circumstances. But I hope y'all all have a great week, and thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe. So with that, I think that is all. I am going to get back to work and try to have, I have hair in my mouth, try to have some sort of Friday night.